front entrance to the front lines. Go behind the scenes of America's most renowned restaurants on their busiest nights as we discover the magic behind the menu. A journey that takes you out of the everyday and into the fire.
Our big concern on making 1,000 pizzas a day is you want to make sure that the quality's there.
Pick up, please. 3 short rib, 2 venison.
I think you're going to love this.
Our goal here is to make sure that the story continues.
Welcome to Napa Rose.
I was just up with the book. I mean, it's stacked in real nice.
Ordering in one, please. 3 vintners, 1 mid-rare, 2 medium. Make sure they got enough cream. It's got to go all the way across. 1 duck, 1 pork, 1 short rib.
His braised for hours is unbelievable. It pulls just right off the bone.
Here at the Disneyland Resort, it's really important to us that if we're going to be effective storytellers, that the food be as fun a part of your day and as great a part of that memory as the attractions and the entertainment. So my 5,000 cast members and I look at the stories that are being told throughout the resort and figure out how to tell or enhance that story through the food that we offer in that area. On any given day, we probably have served more than 50,000 meals between the 2 parks and the 3 hotels. We serve millions of churros, millions of hamburgers a year. We also serve millions of fine dining experiences. I think Disneyland Resort has something for everybody. As the Imagineers were beginning to design Disney's California Adventure and the Grab in California, we of course wanted to have a fine dining restaurant.
What we do at the Napa Rose is emulate California wine country cuisine. We bring to our guest a true taste of what the wine country is.
We really realize we're an entertainment company, and one of the most significant forms of entertainment for adults is dining.
We're going to pull a couple of those dishes into our vintners, which will be the grilled scallop with little neck clams. We'll do the rat. We meet with the regular cooks every single day because I truly rely on them, and I want them to be good and solid and reliable. Grilled petite dough, and then some oblique cut parsnips. You're going to serve them in a little bean cassoulet, and I think what we'll do is serve those in those little copper pots. I'm making the sausage today. It's been marinating for 2 days. It should be absolutely beautiful. We got a little hint of cumin and Kalamata olive in there. We're going to roast them off and serve them down on a little bit of a fennel potato salad. We got a big night. Be focused. Let's keep our communication good. Let's make it tight. Ready to go? Let's get to work, guys.
Where else in the world can you go and have lunch with Ariel? It's right on the lagoon in Disney's California Adventure. You don't have to imagine you're near the water. You are on the water.
Ariel's is different from the other restaurants because we're table service character dining, which isn't done very often. It's generally buffet. We have a huge restaurant. We seat about 250 people, and almost 2/3 of our seating is outside. Ariel stays in the lobby on her seahorse. We keep her there in the lobby, and the kids go up there and visit with her. And every half hour, 45 minutes, she has to go take a swim to get her fin wet. Our food is very interactive. We have one called Ursula's Octodog, and it's a macaroni and cheese, which kids love, and a hot dog, but we put it together so that the hot dog looks like an octopus. And fish and chips is our most popular meal in this restaurant by a long shot, followed closely by the cheeseburger, but the fish and chip always wins out. Our children's meals that we can serve in buckets, we do. We bring it out actually in the bucket with ketchup in the shovel. Three for the Rocky Road is one of our favorite desserts, where we take a scoop of Rocky Road ice cream and we literally roll it in marshmallows and almonds and chocolate chips and then place it on top of a heated brownie and then put hot fudge over the top of that.
And on that one, use the Bailey. I think that's a better oil. Make it solid. Get Damien going on that.
Sun-dried tomato pesto, right?
Sun-dried tomato pesto, little Dijonnaise, mostly chanterelles. And I'll meet with my sous chefs every day, and we kind of go through in detail who's performing what, what's going on, what's coming up for the week, and then that's our time. We get a half an hour usually, sometimes only 15 minutes, but it's real intensive time where we can really discuss. We'll need some brightness on the plate and then fold it into our potatoes once they're hot, which I'll build that carrot essence. Let's put those on the wide rim plates. When we're writing a menu, I labor over it for weeks. We'll look at the dishes, we'll look at the flavor profiles, we'll look at how everything's meeting, we'll look at how it pairs with wine, and we'll very carefully and strategically choose what we want to choose.
Sometimes Andrew will actually come to me with 2 different preparations of a particular dish. And he'll tell me, bring 4 or 5 wines you think are going to work. Let's actually taste them side by side till we get a spot-on match.
Wine country cuisine is as sophisticated as the winemakers when they're dressed up in tuxedos and going out on the town, or as gutsy and as raw as the farmers, because winemaking is farming. What we try to do is a little bit of both, so we do gourmet country cuisine. So this is kind of almost a sampler of appetizers. We created this dish where we took a beach stone, heated up, and then give you a sampling of appetizers that you can really sear right on that rock. So you get the sound, you get the aromas, and a real taste of wine country. One of our signature appetizers is the Sea of Cortez rock scallop. They sear it kind of medium. It's done with a sauce of lemon, little lobster meat, vanilla essence, and that just plays off California-style Chardonnays perfectly. It's like a match made in heaven. So we take the pheasant, then we take it and soak it in buttermilk, and we dredge it in potato flakes, and we pipe into it a little bit of some ground porcini mushrooms and butter and herbs and all that into the breast. So when it cooks, it just melts into the breast and gives it this really wonderful juiciness. And then we literally fry this in a combination of duck fat and clarified butter. It's unbelievable.
Coming up next on Into the Fire, Disneyland dresses up for dinner.
You're going to pick up, please, 3 short rib, 2 venison, looking for 4 soup saucy.
How can the guest walk into a quick service restaurant and have the action happening, where the pizzas are being cooked and they see them coming out of the oven right there? Our big concern on making 1,000 pizzas a day is you want to make sure that the quality's there and it looks like each individual pizza is made just for that guest. We have 4 varieties. We have the pepperoni, #1, cheese pizza, barbecue chicken for special, as well as a vegetarian pizza. Pepperonis are our most popular pizza. What we're doing right now is we're actually prepping the pizzas. We have a pre-cooked pizza base. After we put the sauce on, we spread that around. They'll go ahead and put the cheese on. We're putting the pepperoni on. It is totally counted out. Every guest will get the same amount of pepperoni. After we get done putting the pepperoni on, we'll go ahead and top it with just a plain cheese. This one will be done in 4 minutes. Let's walk around front and see how it comes out. Pizza-matic, it cuts the pizzas into 6 slices, and then we'll actually launch it from there.
They have not selected their wines yet. Please present the wine list to your host. Start with the lobster martini. Our pre-shift meeting is what I call kind of our ongoing training. We try to always have a half an hour to 45-minute meeting as our lineup or pre-shift meeting where we can actually talk about maybe an issue of service or a technique that we want to develop. We tend to always want to go refill coffee, but the folks having the hot tea seem in most places to get a little bit neglected. Bringing that extra pot of hot water, it makes them feel really good. You can just tell.
And then for the entree, we have a beautiful petite filet that we're grilling off and serving it on an oxtail Oregon black truffle ragu. In the ragu, we have some black trumpet mushrooms, a little bit of some chanterelles, the oxtail, of course, pearl onions, and then Parisian scooped potatoes.
So the two vineyards we're using are Alban Vineyard and Stolpman Vineyard. The blend of those 3 white grapes.
We thought about it and said we need to do significant training. Really, that's the only way to attain the level of service that you really desire is by training.
I think the alcohol is well integrated as well.
I've taught a sommelier class